So finally I got around to do a video on my 928 kits. This one is purpose of it is to clarify what the kits have in them. I already did a video that showed an unboxing of this 1977 kit. After the 77 kit came out, it's a good kit for the time. The S model came out about 1980, I think, 79, and Tamiya hurriedly made an S model kit. So this car is going to have the aerodynamic additions, that is the chin spoiler and rear spoiler, which are both made out of kind of a rubbery plastic. And they also added the rub strip, which is this line running along the door. And a lot of the cars have it. Another thing the S model had was 2 mirrors. And I actually have 2 of my kits here. Well, I should finish the story. First of all, this comes out, and for the longest time, all we had were these 2 kits. The 77 normal 928 and the 79 S model. And you'd find these in garage sales or basements, buy them, and they'd be all damaged, and we'd try to build them anyway. So, just recently, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, Tamiya came out with a reissue of the S model. And this is the best 928 yet, in a sense. It's got very few flaws. It's got clearer windows, which is great, better instructions. They omitted the electric motor that comes with the early kits, which is kind of a waste of time. But it does have some of the negative parts of the S model, and I'll explain that right away. The earliest cars come with these really fancy front rims that are multi-piece, where you can pop out the center caps and screw the rim onto the hub. And the advantage of that is they spin a little better, and the other advantage of it is they fit correctly. And I think when Tamiya came out with the S model, and then later this reissue of the S, they wanted to save money, and they got rid of that. So they made a one-piece wheel. And the result of that is very visible. What you'll see, and compare this, we got an S928. This is the new reissue of the car. And we have the famous Manhole Wheels, which are not very famous actually. People don't like them. And what they do is they kind of sit out a little too much. And as I turn the car towards you, you see that the wheel is actually almost sticking out of the hub there, of the wheel well, which 928s do not do that. Now the early car doesn't have that issue so bad. The wheels stick in a little better. They just fit better. That's what I'm trying to get to you on this video. The early models have more expensive wheels that fit better. So they have dimmer windows, which I shouldn't say dimmer, cloudier plastic for the windows. So really, if you want to make the ultimate 928, you get an S model, use its glass, and you get and install it all on your 78. Now, that's how you make a perfect one. You don't have to. Another thing I did is the S models come with sunroofs. You can see the sunroof right there. No one likes sunroofs on 928s anymore. This one I did as a joke, really. It's purple, and you see I have a sunroof, but I removed the rub strip that was along the edge there. Part of the reason I made this one purple is this is a early S. It's not the reissue S, meaning the plastic it's made of is kind of a brown beige material, and over time the pigments in that plastic is going to eat through the paint and discolor the car model, and I don't want that. Sadly, there's nothing you can do about it really. So what's cool about the very first issue of the car, that is the 1977, is the car body is white, and the reissue, the recent reissue that you can get in hobby stores now, also uses a white body, so you don't have that problem of the pigments coming through your paint. And as I said before, they come with sunroofs. You can see that if you work really hard and grind forever, the sunroof you can fill it in and hide it. And the other thing I found is that if you grind it and sand it forever, you can get rid of the rub strip too. Here's an S model, and you can see that I successfully eliminated the rub strip. Anyway, let's see other tips. The only other tip I have is you'll see that the S models actually come with, they add a part that is missing on the early car. The first issue is missing the strut that runs across the engine bay, and that strut keeps the chassis from flexing. That's right. Let's see if I can get the camera to focus on it. Focus. Oh well, never focuses. But there it goes, finally focused. So you can see that there is a bar running across the engine right there. And that actually is not on the early kits. It was only added to the S models. I popped it on this one just for fun to make it complete. So you get better, but these are way more worth it because of the better wheels and the fact that they're hard to find. So you get that exclusive. I have a kit you don't have. Yeah, this the same thing here. The spark plug wires that come with the kit, that's an important thing to mention. The spark plug wires that are just way too big. So in this case, I used twisty ties. You take a twisty tie and you tear the plastic off of it, and you can get scale spark plug wires that way. The spark plug wires that come with the car look like garden hoses, and they just don't look right. Highly recommend avoiding those. And that's it. Good luck with your modeling. I might do another video on how I did the Porsche seats, which is the checker seats. It's really just printing decals on your laser printer. That's how you do it. And then what other difference was there? I mentioned you have to take the roll-up windows off because the car used power windows. It does not have roll-ups. No 928 had roll-ups. So you got to carve that out of the car. And oh yeah, another thing that's important to mention is when you build one of these, the mirrors are going to come, so when you glue them on the car, they'll be at a 90-degree angle sticking out of the car, and it doesn't look right. So what I do is I hold them, before I paint them even, I hold them in a vise and I give them a slight little twist, and that gives them that, just makes them look more correct. So I recommend you do that. Of course, skip the engine because that's never going to work. And unfortunately, because the car comes with an electric motor, you lose a lot of detail on the bottom of the car. As you can see here, there's not a lot of depth to it. The engine's nice, but in the back, the transmission is just one little piece that sticks to the bottom of the body. It's not modeled very well. Same thing with the gas tank and the exhaust and the battery box there. They're all done representative just to have room for the electric motor that goes in the back. And another thing I did with these is I used a photo etched kit from Japan to do the 1/20th scale badges on the hood in photo etch instead of using the decals that come with the car. It looks a little better. Of course, and I mentioned I used a photo printer to make the license plates, and they really do look pretty good. Makes the car look done when you finally put them on. Alright, well, good luck modeling. I hope to make another video showing how I did some of the construction of the car and answer any questions anyone has. Thanks again.